Right, Combat Convo, man. We in here again, man. We back.
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button. We still growing. Subscribers is up. We trying to reach 500. We trying to reach a million because we trying to get $1 million. We trying to be rich off of this. Also, too, we're probably going to be uploading our episodes on Rumble. So we're going to be moving to Rumble too. YouTube it's just not the wave to me no more. But we're gonna still be on YouTube. We're just gonna be on Rumble too. So, all right, man. King Rye versus Gervonta Davis, man. The face of boxing. Give your take first, and because I got a lot to say.
All right. Well, I mean, honestly speaking, if the fight didn't turn out the way I thought it was, I mean, like the fight was okay, but
Yeah,
it wasn't up to the standards of what I thought it was going to be. It started off pretty exciting. Uh, Ryan came out high energy. He pressed the issue a lot with Tank in the beginning round. Um, Round two went slightly different. You know what I mean? Well, I wouldn't say round two. I would say like towards the ending round three. Round three is where it went left, and he got stopped. Tank hit him with a nice joint. He put him down early, and I didn't think that was going to happen, but he jumped right back up. Ryan jumped right back up, and and the fight continued. It didn't seem to hurt Ryan, but it definitely stunned him, and it definitely showed him how strong Tank really is. And you know, during the earlier part of the rounds, when Ryan was showing his boxing prowesses, Tank grabbed him. Tank was, what I mean? That's some veteran move stuff. He was grabbing him, hugging him, stopping his momentum. A lot of people was like, yo, he doing that on purpose because he's getting overwhelmed. The more I watched it and as on the replays, he's not doing it because he's getting overwhelmed. He's doing it to slow him down. Like a lot of boxers do that when a fighter seems to get into a rhythm, they slow them down. You grab them, you just hug them a little bit to stop their rhythm. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily mean that the other fighter's winning or whatever losing. It's to slow the rhythm down. All the fighters do it. So that's what Tank did to him. Slowed him down a few times. That was a veteran move, and you could tell it was getting Ryan frustrated a bit. Um, but Ryan didn't like it, so Ryan was punching his way out of there, which was a good strategy, just as long as you don't get too overzealous, which Ryan did. Ryan got overzealous, and then as soon as they broke apart, he got caught. He got caught. Tank is a very good counterpuncher. He got caught real good, and it sent him crashing down. I think it was the end of the third. Was it the end of the third? It was the
no, the
end of the
second,
third.
second round.
There's ending a second. Okay, sent him crashing down. Then he popped right back up real quick. So it didn't really hurt him, but it definitely stunned him. You could tell. And then going into the later rounds, he got caught again. But that time he wasn't getting up. He got caught with it. Tank basically hit him with his own move. Hit him with that ghost punch. And a lot, and when I say it's ghost punch, I mean it was really no one really seen the punch. You had to replay it to really see it. And when he got hit, you could tell he felt it because he tried to hold it in and he just couldn't. He dropped down to one knee. He was going to pop back up. He said no, I'm not going to. And that tells you right there it hurt him real bad. And I see a lot of people, criticizing Ryan, saying, "Oh, he should have ate that, got back up." How you know he should have ate it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you never, like, that's how you could tell people never been in real fights,
Mm-hmm.
and never really understand the powers behind a punch. Like, he hit him in his ribs. Rib shot. Rib shots hurt real bad. You know what I'm saying? And if you get hit real good in the ribs, you're not popping back up right away. You know what I'm saying? And even if you pop back up, the grimaces on your face is going to tell the story that you're hurt. So it probably was to his best interest to stay down. You know what I'm saying? Because if he took another hit like that to the body, you know what I'm saying, he probably would have been in an ER. You understand what I'm saying? So for him to just, bow down humbly and say, "Look, I ain't getting back up," that was good for him because he just saved his career. Because you don't know how hard that man is punching. Evidently, he's punching hard as nails because he's knocking out a lot of folks, man. And
Yeah.
I have Ryan winning the fight, but I guess I'm from now on, the way I predict these fights, I'm not going to have no winner. I'm just going to be straight down the middle. May the best man win. Whoever wins wins. I'm not going to pick a definitive winner no more because I'm starting to realize that when you're biased, just like we talked about earlier, when you're biased, and that was so accurate and correct when you said it. When you're biased because you like another fighter, you know what I mean, and you're not looking at all the surrounding factors, you seem kind of fickle when it comes to your analysts, when it comes to your takes. So it's probably the best for for us to just like you just look down the middle and may the best man win, and that's kind of like the take I'm going to do because you know what I mean? I definitely was wrong on this one. You know what I mean? I just didn't look at a lot of the variables when it came to both fighters. I just looked at the fact that, Ryan was extremely good, which he is. And, you know what I mean? I still like him as a fighter, but he definitely got showed up in this one.
Yeah. All right. So first, I want to apologize to the fans of our channel. For me, um, I think that I go into a lot of these fights being biased. I always pick the person I like more, and honestly, that's not how a channel should be ran when it comes to sports commentating. Being a sports commentator, you have to be fair on both sides. Now, if it's Mike Tyson versus I don't know, somebody that don't box, then that's something different. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, we are solidified as sports commentators, and we have to call it like we see it. For me,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna be one of those guys no more that's gonna be like, yeah, I think this person's gonna knock this person out. No, because that's not what sports commentators do. Sports commentators basically give their take from both sides, and then after the fight, they review where the person went wrong, or this person went wrong, or he did right, or he did right. That's how I look at it. I'm going to present what it is to the table. This is this. This is this. Who y'all think gonna win? You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Because when it comes to boxing at UFC, it's not like the WWE. WWE, you kind of know who's gonna win sometimes, but it's still a script. These are not scripts. But even like with the WWE, you sometimes you don't know who's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? You be like, well, they're gonna give it to this wrestler. You know what I'm saying? It is choreographed, but at the same time, they could switch it up on you at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to boxing, all these guys are professional. Now I'm gonna start with Ryan, right? Ryan did the typical good fighter thing in this fight. He cut the ring off. He didn't let Tank breathe. He did what any professional good fighter would do. I think his pacing was very well in the first round. He won the first round clearly to me.
Mm-hmm.
The second round, Tank started grabbing. And Tank knew that if he grabs him, Ryan's going to punch his way out. All Tank need is one good hit. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Tank hit Ryan at least in this fight, good, clean shots, about 3 clean shots. 2 of them knocked him down. You know what I'm saying? Ryan hit Tank a couple of times. I counted about 6 clean shots Ryan hit Tank with. Clean shots. One of the shots, he almost knocked Tank down. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that the factor of he can't beat Tank, because again, any fighter could lose. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think that when he got knocked down in the second round, you can see the confidence slip away from his face. It was over for him after that. I wrote on Facebook, I said, Ryan has to damage Tank within the first 6 rounds. He has to win the fight. Whether he knock him out or he has to damage him to the point where going into the 6th round, Tank is on the fence. If he don't do that, after the 6th round, it's over. Because what Tank does is, Tank's a slow fighter. He's a process fighter. He downloads everything the first couple of rounds. Then he starts to really fight you. So the first couple of rounds, he just lets you do what you want. You got to catch him, whatever you got to do. He let you do what you want. But once you get to that 6th round, he sees you're tired. That's when he goes to work. And when he go to work, he go to work. And he's an accurate puncher. He's not one of those guys that just throws punches. He didn't throw that many punches. I think he threw less than 100 punches in his whole fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he didn't throw that many punches. But when he lands, he hits hard. You know what I'm saying? And the 7th round, when Ryan took the knee, Ryan caught Tank with his right punch, with his left punch. But he got hit first. He got hit in the liver and the ribs area first. Mm-hmm. So the power in that punch didn't land because he got hit first. But he did catch him with it. So the thing about Tank that people got to understand is they call him Tank for a reason. He takes hits when he get it, but once he goes, he goes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Do I think Ryan could have won the fight? Of course I think Ryan could have won the fight. He could have won the fight. You know what I'm saying? But do I believe that Ryan should have kept going after he took the knee? Absolutely not. I think that he did the noble thing by taking that knee. He did the noble thing by taking that knee.
I agree.
What I'm saying? You don't want to, how would I say? You don't want to damage your career because of your pride and because what the fans say. Mm-hmm. He's going to go on. This is, and I'm going to say this, and this is the 100% to me. This is his Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo moment. He's going to be great. Because now I think he understands that there's levels. Not to say that he's not on that level, but you got to understand there's levels. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but hey, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that he'll bounce back.
Yeah, I definitely agree. He's a great fighter. Like I said, he's good. He's damn good. It's one of those things that he just got outsmarted. Like I said, he has a long career ahead of him. You know what I mean? And he doesn't take a lot of damage in his fights. He's extremely great at what he does. It's just a learning curve for him. He got caught twice. It's not the end of the world for him. Anybody that thinks that it's the end of the world for him, you just don't know sports. You don't know boxing.
It's the casual boxing fan. The casual boxing fan ruins boxing. And people that come out just to see the fights. They're the ones that know everything, and he's gonna get knocked out, and then if he gets knocked out, then they know everything now. It's like, oh no, see, I told you he was gonna get knocked out. It wasn't no competition. It's like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said I do not like the casual boxing fan. I don't like the casual MMA fan either. Like, oh yeah, they'll know a couple of people's names and they know everything now. And it's like, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I seen a couple of people saying, well, Ryan can't box. I'm like, oh, he's not that good. And I'm like, wait a minute. So let me get this right. This dude made it all the way to a main event boxing. He has over 200 and something amateur fights and professional fights. He made it all the way to fighting one of the greatest fighters in the world, and you telling me he can't box? How did he get there? He just appeared, oh yeah, you know what? Let's just face these two guys. Like, come on. They fought some of the same people, and Ryan knocked them people out, and Tank knocked them people out. So I don't get, like, when people say to me, well, he wasn't that good. And I'm like, what do you mean he wasn't that good? He has 25 fights with 19 knockouts. How is he not that good? All these guys are professional fighters that he fought. So they wasn't that good. 3 of them was world champions. So what do you mean it wasn't that good? So it's like, I hate the casual boxing fan because they don't know nothing. They see what they see on TV. And like, oh, they see Tank. Like, oh yeah, Tank's a beast. He's the best. And it's like, yeah, Tank is the best. But you can't neglect other boxers. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Floyd Mayweather, nobody beat Floyd. He's the best. Like, and they're like, well, is Floyd better than Muhammad Ali? Oh, I don't know. Nah. How many times Muhammad Ali lost? Like, oh, I don't know. He never lost. Like, he did lose. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where that's why I don't go back and forth with people. Like, people tagging me on Facebook, like, well, what happened? Oh, Maurice, what happened to Ryan? I'm like, when did you see me say that Ryan was going to win the fight? I've clearly said on Facebook, on my posts, what was going to happen. And then exactly what happened. I said, if he don't beat Tank within the 4th or 6th round, what round did he lose in? In the 7th round. So that's why I said I don't argue with casual boxing fans because they just don't know nothing. I'll be like, okay, whatever. So, but yeah, we out of here, man. Combat Convo. We'll be back with another episode. Ryan versus Tank. We out of here.